Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your winter solstice reading. Winter solstice is on the 22nd of December in the Northern Hemisphere. Of course, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're experiencing the summer solstice. For those of us in the North, this is signaling not only the darkest, longest night of the year, but the return of the light. This is about the internal light that we're cultivating as we move towards the summer solstice. And for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, this is about claiming your place in the sun, staking your location in the collective, claiming what you believe is your rightful place of belonging. So let's get started with your overall energy. I have mixed the tarot, the African tarot and the Tarot of Divine together into one deck. I'll clarify with the Crow Tarot and I'll finish up with a few oracle cards. And for your overall energy, Leo, we have the Six of Swords. This indicates a readiness to move on. This is from something that is somewhat difficult, a situation that has not worked out in the way that you had hoped, but one in which you don't even feel seen or heard. You may have blocked communication with someone relevant to this desire to move forward. You may limit the way in which others can connect with you or communicate with you in order to move in the direction that you have identified is best for you. This is very positive. This is really understanding when an old situation has absolutely reached its limits and can go no further towards supporting you in your dreams, your challenges. So you are at a place of acceptance, of surrendering to the situation as it is, and moving on towards not only a resolution, but this acceptance, this peace that you're cultivating about where you have been, the lessons you've learned from this past, and your ability to move forward in a new direction. In the present, we have the Chariot. In the past, the Four of Wands, and in the future, the Knight of Pentacles. The Chariot in the middle, major arcana, is really supporting this moving on energy that you're already showing me. This is about not attempting to fix the things that haven't worked in the past. You're separating yourself from those things is really what's facilitating your ability to focus on the things that you want. You're not trying to be the way that you once felt you needed to be in order to conform to a situation that you understand doesn't work for you. You're not trying to look or act like that person. Instead, you are embracing who you are and what you need. And this is a beautiful liberation that you're experiencing in your efforts to move towards a greater alignment with your material experience, so that you're moving towards the job, the activities, the passions, the experiences, the interests that you know are aligned with who you are. In the past, you have made a commitment to learning from your experiences, to recognizing that the only real basis and foundation that you need in order to move forward is this commitment to growth, is this desire to expand, to welcome in new ideas, to support the growth and the expansion of others around you. This is about committing to not only relationships that support you and that you support, but to celebrating that basis, that foundation for community growth and celebration is critical to what goals you have established for yourself and your loved ones. The relationship that may not have mirrored this sentiment in the past is something that you have recognized and identified as necessary for you. This coming together of your own energies, this getting to know your higher self, your potential, and your belief in your ability to grow into the direction of your potential is the basis from which you're now moving forward. And you are literally putting that to a plan. You're putting that to an outline of steps, a procedure of growth. You're literally building this, envisioning what it is you want to build. You're looking at a vast landscape that you now have vacated from an old dream that you have let die, you've let wither, and you actually are looking at a blank slate, a clear field in which you can grow the basis for your own abundance. This is an opportunity for wealth, prosperity, for abundance in whatever form that you feel aligned to. In the past, the Four of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords and the Ten of Swords. This is really emphasizing the serious and heavy nature of the beliefs that you are releasing. This is about really having to separate yourself, remove yourself from your feelings and emotions. There's a kind of a romantic cloud here around your past experience, maybe a belief that a particular relationship or environment was going to give you a happily ever after. And having released that has been a tremendous amount of work. This has been not only releasing the actual experience of a relationship or a particular environment or job, but this is also about releasing all the beliefs that led up to believing in a fairy tale, believing in something that really did not jibe actually with your experience of the past or with the experience of many who you know. There's no one you know who has achieved this fairy tale. This fairy tale is something you've now understood does not exist in reality. It is an illusion. And so really releasing all the pieces of that has been a tremendous amount of work, and it's required you to look at those things that were painful, that did not live up to this dream, that were anything but. This idea that actually there were a number of failures, disappointments, heartaches that you have felt victim to. And you're releasing the very idea of victimhood. You're realizing that this is within your control. Disempowering these beliefs is the mission that you're on. You're on a mission of truth, of justice, of fairness, of enlightenment. And so I see you establishing these positive spiritual practices that are informing you about a new possibility, a new set of potential beliefs that can empower you, empower your joy, empower your celebration, and that is your ability to learn from the past. In the present, the Chariot card is clarified by the Two of Coins and the Three of Wands. You're making decisions that are releasing you from an old lifestyle. And these decisions can be challenging because there are obvious ties to a former lifestyle. What's really coming to mind here is the picture on the Two of Coins. This is a mother with her child. So in releasing the past, there are still things that are associated with the past that are a function of your love, your attention, your nurturance that you have no desire to abandon. But abandoning those old ways, those old habits of the past, you are investing in this new opportunity to grow and expand, not only for you, but for your family. In addition to that, you are open to collaborating with your peers. You're open to collaborating with partners, co-workers, parents, family members, anyone who is in alignment with your values. You're interested in taking the skills and services that you've cultivated, you've built, and turning those out to the world. This is exciting. This is about seeing what the world has to offer, turning your attention to unfamiliar places, the desire to explore, discover, learn, and build something on the basis of the wider world, what it has to offer. This is taking away the fear of success that may have accompanied you in the past, the fear that you couldn't do things on your own. And that is definitely a pressure that you have felt in the past that you are freeing yourself from, that you can do what you need to do because you have the support that you have. You can move away from the way that you once believed things should be. And in the future, we have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Coins and the World. This is all helping you to evaluate where you've been and where you would like to go. The possibility of your potential is what's cracking open the opportunities for you. It's helping you to see things differently, to recognize that what you've gained from the past, what you've learned, the resources of your past can be leveraged towards greater and more efficient investment in yourself. This is about really growing who you are, moving towards the goals that you're no longer afraid of exploring. You're no longer afraid of moving forward courageously. And that requires not only a celebration and acknowledgement of all that you've achieved, which is key here to this ability to leverage, to move on from the past, is an acceptance of your achievements, of what you've accomplished, as well as recognizing all of the rewards that you are receiving as a result of that. That is what completes the cycle. That's what allows you to recognize you have gained skills, you've gained resources in order to move in this new direction. To recognize you are supported not only by your collaborators, your peers, your friends, but the things that you've gained from the past. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards and ask you, if you're resonating with this reading, to please like this video, to share this with others who may find it useful, to comment below, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I appreciate all the support that you all give me. I've pulled Following the Path of Another. Your path is being redirected to where it should be. That's interesting and intriguing. And I'm also going to pull a Flora and Fauna of Africa. And this is to indeed glory in the motherland, but also to remind us of the way the ancestors, whoever our ancestors are preparing us, have prepared us for our present and future life. And I pulled the chimpanzee. And the plant associated with the chimp is the chickweed. And the key word is expression. Get creative and explore your curiosity. There's much to learn and enjoy all around you. Spend some time with nature and friends. Great. So I'm going to clarify the past, the King of Swords here with the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords with the King of Cups. How very interesting. This is showing a real maturity that is coming about as the result of all of the hard work you've done to release old beliefs. This is just not a simple process of saying that those ideas didn't help me and now I'm going to pick some new ideas. No, this is about looking at the things in your past where you were disappointed. You take responsibility for the way that you contributed to your failures and your heartaches. What did you do? And how have you learned that those beliefs that encourage that behavior are no longer suited to you? And instead, you have opened up your heart. Excuse me. And this is something that has been showing up for you over the last few readings. This openness to your imagination, your creativity, your joy, your pleasure, the ability you have to bring the sun, bring the joy. And this has really blossomed into a full-scale maturity where you have learned not only how your own vulnerability, exploring that, exposing that has helped you to become strong, that has become your secret power, your strength, but this is also compassion for others that are involved. In the present, the Two of Coins is clarified by the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands. And now I'm going to take a drink. And hope that that helps. Yes, it's helping. So here you are again exhibiting your compassion. I have to point out that the King and the Queen of Swords are on the table. And this is important because this indicates that you are asserting your desire to find the truth, to speak the truth, to investigate the truth. You're also asking questions. You're allowing yourself to be curious about the things you don't know, you don't understand. You're asking questions. You're not making assumptions. And that is a powerful skill that you are bringing to your experiences right now, to the decisions that you have to make. You are bringing this idea that you are asking questions and challenging the beliefs of others in the process as well. But you're asking and listening. You're asking to hear what the experiences of others are, those experiences that you thought you knew, and you're now realizing that you don't know because you have released a lot of these beliefs, this understanding of the way things should be, the way things are, that you realize were all based on, not all, but a lot of it was based on illusions. And they're not just illusions that you individually absorb, they're the illusions that exist in the culture as well. So I don't want you to feel like this is all your fault and that you just had some bad ideas. No, these ideas are out there. Most of the world is encouraged to believe that there's something more, that they need to be okay. And you're realizing that everything you need, you have. The Two of Wands is really emphasizing the decisions that you need to make as a result of your willingness to work as a team with others. You're collaborating more. You're seeing your peers, your friends, your co-workers as team members on the same level as you. And in order to enjoy that experience, to contribute appropriately to you and to gain the recognition that you are gaining, you must make decisions as a team member, as one of the group. And by doing so, you're committing to the process of everyone working from their strengths, encouraging the strengths of others, asking questions when you don't know the answer and not feeling penalized or in trouble because you don't know the answer. This is saying what you don't know and recognizing that you are able to ask those questions because there are things that you know you're good at. And that's the assumption shared as part of a team and part of a group. So you're really committing to not needing to be the center of every environment, but in considering with your collaborators, family members, loved ones, that this is part of a team. It doesn't mean that you don't make the decisions that are relevant for you and your loved ones. It does mean that you recognize that everyone has a voice, everyone has a strength and a skill, and it's your job to mediate that. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Coins in your future with the Nine of Swords and the World card with the Two of Pentacles. And this is a repeat. So it's interesting that the cards that are on repeat have to do with the way that you're moving forward and processing your past. This is about not judging yourself for your experiences, not belittling the efforts you've made in the past, even those efforts that have failed. And a failure doesn't mean that you were wrong. A failure simply means that you tried once. Hopefully you learned some things and you will try again and again and again. That is our purpose on the planet, to learn. And so as you are accepting that, you're feeling more empowered to make your best decision. That's all that's required, to do your best now. You don't have to know the future. You don't have to understand that. You do want to know and are moving very clearly towards those things that creatively align with you, those things that are an expression of your values and your desires, your strengths and your talents. You are liberating yourself even as you work on behalf of team members and loved ones. You understand you're best empowered when you're healthy, well, expressive, and enjoy. You have worked really, really hard to release a lot of the sad stories that underlied these old beliefs, these beliefs perhaps in a fairy tale or in an illusion. It's kind of, I think of it as the Disney version of life. And who doesn't love a good fairy tale? Who doesn't want to be the princess, the queen, or the king or prince? However, we come to realize that those beliefs actually caused as much damage as they did give, at the time, a sense of joy, a sense of value. And it's important to understand that. Again, this is about not taking on blame, not releasing any sense of shame or embarrassment for mistakes made in the past. So it's important, again, to really center yourself in making the best efforts, decisions, actions that you can make in the present moment. And as you are moving in that direction, you are fully empowered to do so. I'm going to finally pull a Language of Flowers oracle to finish up this reading, and I have pulled the peony. And the key word is health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. I like that. Thank you so much, Leo, for your time. Until next time, namaste.